Okay, and I have to mention, since we're talking about hunting in the woods, with all that green space, we get a lot of bugs, especially mosquitoes. Hey y'all, welcome to our channel, or welcome back to our channel. We're your real estate fam located right here in Lower Alabama, and we discuss everything and anything on this channel that we feel would be helpful to those who are planning to make a move or relocate down here. Today's video will be all about some of the good, the great, the bad, and the ugly of Lower Alabama, so stick with us till the end because this video will help get you ready if you're planning to make a move anywhere down here in Lower Alabama.
What's up guys, it's me Tony and this is my partner Jess. If you're new to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you tap that little bell so you're notified each time we drop a new video. We include relevant, updated information in our videos that's very hard to find anywhere else on the internet. We've been living in Lower Alabama for quite some time now, and we know exactly what it's like to live down here and move down here to this part of the country. And we're licensed realtors here in the state of Alabama, which means as much as we love making these videos, we love helping you with your real estate needs just a little bit more. You see those numbers popping up on the screen? We're the guys answering your text messages, those phone calls, and those emails, and we get a ton of messages every day from people who are wanting to move down here and want some of these factual details. Now, without further ado, let's dive right into the video.
Alright, so what is it really like to live in Lower Alabama? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about some of the best things as well as some of the worst things. If you're serious about moving down here, you need to stick around and watch this video till the end. So the good, the great, the bad, and the ugly of Lower Alabama coming up next with your local experts.
Let's start with something that a lot of people complain about. I know, you thought Lower Alabama was perfect, but there's a topic I hear quite often, which is the hurricane season. LA is very sunny and beautiful throughout the year for the most part, but the hurricane season is the real downfall here. If you're planning to move down here and it's your first time living anywhere in the South, this information is very important for you. We have been living in the southern states for quite some time now, so we know about the storms and the floods and the tornadoes, and it's all an integral part of southern life. But for someone moving here who's never experienced this sort of weather, it'll be a little surprising.
That's so true, but the overall weather in Lower Alabama can be considered a pro, but occasional storms and tornadoes can sometimes turn very ugly. You can typically expect heavy storms between August and October. However, there are storms, every month of the year for the most part. Especially if you live in Mobile or near Gulf Shores, you're going to see those storms. Mortgage lenders can often require homeowners to purchase flood and hurricane coverage on top of their regular insurance, especially if they're living in low-lying areas. Of course, you don't need to get flood and hurricane coverage in every part of Lower Alabama, but that is a conversation for your lender. I just like to mention it because one of the perks of living in Alabama is low property taxes, but sometimes people are hit with the needed additional insurance, and that could cost anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000. So it's sort of a caveat: low taxes, but you have this additional insurance needed.
And something else that can be considered a bad part about living in Lower Alabama is probably all the rainfall that we get.
Oh.
I don't mind it, but a torrential rainfall is a common thing down here. Sometimes it's accompanied with really intense lightning. Roads and yards are flooded in minutes. If you're driving, you almost have to pull over because it comes down just so hard you can't see in front of you. The rainiest months in Lower Alabama are probably going to be around July, which is the hottest month, So for a lot of people, rain often comes as a relief, but not everybody likes it. So I can't tell you how many times it rained on a baseball game and flooded the field, or it came out of nowhere while I was driving on the highway. Just happened yesterday. Alabama actually gets more rain than Seattle, believe it or not. So that should give you an idea of how much rain we get.
Yeah, but we are in a tropical climate, so we need all of that rain to keep everything green and beautiful. Lower Alabama has it all. Beautiful landscapes, and of course the Gulf Coast. So you have to expect tropical storms and rainfall. Lower Alabama has lots of rain. Whether you see this fact as good, great, bad, or ugly, one thing is certain: the rain in Alabama is extremely good for nature and the wildlife. So in my book, that makes it okay.
So with all that being said, let's share the good thing about Lower Alabama, which is we have lots of sunshine here. If you're moving here from the northern states, you will no doubt appreciate the sunshine in LA. We meet clients all the time who come to visit Lower Alabama, and they immediately fall in love, and then they want to know about the beauty of this place, and they decide they want to move here permanently. One vacation here and you'll never want to leave. The weather, the food, the people, it's all amazing. I lived in the Midwest for many years and traveled all over the country during my military career, and can say that without hesitation, living here in Lower Alabama has been the best weather I've ever experienced. It sure beats the cold and snow in Chicago. I can go outside and not freeze. I stay tan all year round, get that vitamin D. I think it feels better all overall. It's true what they say, living in warm states is good for your health.
For sure. I wholeheartedly agree. Sunshine is one of the best aspects of living in Lower Alabama, and it's the best medicine overall. I do not miss polar vortexes or driving in a snowstorm. Living here, you're going to get these picturesque mornings with birds chirping and cool breezes. Trust me when I say the sunny weather of Lower Alabama can instantly lift your spirits. Coming here from a state where we had 3 straight months of overcast and barely saw sun, living here is just good for your soul and your mental health. You aren't isolated inside because it's cold, and the sunshine actually motivates you to get out and be active. I just love it here.
Okay, so on the topic of being outside, one of the biggest perks of living in Lower Alabama is the Gulf Shores. White sandy beaches, you got calm sparkling water, and these are going to be the greatest things you'll find in the state, in my opinion. Typically, when you visit beaches on the Atlantic or the Pacific, you'll have somewhat of a crazy ocean, but the Gulf beaches are the total opposite. They have this serene vibe to them that I just absolutely love. The water's warm and enjoyable. The waves can be a lot calmer, allowing you to spend a lot of time in the water. Just beware of the jellyfish. They will sting.
Yeah.
I can assure you, if you spend one day on our beaches, that you're going to fall in love and want to move to Alabama. Living here is like being on a permanent vacation.
Yeah, for sure. Not only that, but beaches have so many activities throughout the year. During the day, you'll see beach parties, music fest, arts and craft fest, and even hot air balloons. It's so beautiful. And during the night, you can experience club parties at the resorts, and of course the great seafood restaurants all up and down the shore. You can eat shrimp, oysters, or crab that was literally caught that same day. It's so much fun, and you'll never get bored.
But you can also be on the golf course, and you can go golfing all year round. Who doesn't want that? But let's talk about wildlife and nature here. In my opinion, it's both good and bad, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, and I have to mention, since we're talking about hunting in the woods, with all that green space, we get a lot of bugs, especially mosquitoes, which is a downside of living in the South. You will get accustomed to them though, and you're gonna find ways to get rid of them once you start living down here. But it's not that big of a deal, but it's definitely a big part of living down here. I use pure citronella oil every single day, mosquito repellent. I keep cortisone handy because we need it. We have our home treated, and that helps out big time. We've got an outdoor fan on our porch because we like to spend time outside, but the mosquitoes can be pesky. So I'd be lying if I said it wasn't buggy outside, but if you're proactive, you can protect yourself.
Insect.
But you do need to be prepared for insect bites.
Or just have tough skin and just, deal with it. But
They like man's feet.
another great thing about living in Lower Alabama is that you'll never be short on entertainment. Lower Alabama has fun activities to offer for both children and adults all year round. So you have golf courses like the one we're standing on, you have mini golf, you have bowling, you have skating rinks, which is great. There's an amusement park in Foley called OA. They have a water park. You're gonna have the beach at your disposal where you can paddleboard and fish and just interact there. You have endless places to fish and boat. There will never be a dull moment here. Sports are huge, especially college football. And if you're familiar with Bama football, it's Auburn or the University of Alabama. So you gotta pick a side. Show you who I picked right now. We also celebrate Mardi Gras down here, and in case you didn't know, it originated down here in Mobile. The first ever parade took place right in downtown Mobile. So basically, if you love having fun and enjoying life, LA is gonna be the place to live.
All right, so we shared some of the good, the great, and the bad of living in Lower Alabama. We try to help you guys by sharing as much as we can about living down here. We know this area very well, so make sure you guys give us a call if you have any questions, because we are licensed brokers in the state of Alabama. And just as much as we love making videos and giving you the rundown, we would love to help you with your real estate needs.
And remember, we're the ones who answer those phone calls, those text messages, and those emails. So if there's something we can do to help y'all, we would love to. But until the next video, we'll see you later.
Bye.